Hey, what's up you guys? It's Paul from Team APS, and I'm here at E3. Konami invited us out to check out the new game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution. A game I'm actually extremely excited about, and you guys should know that because we actually played the first game back on PS4 a couple years back. And I'm with Charles, the producer of the game. I just want to start by saying, this guy is a one-man army. What all did you work on when you were working this game? Like, I know you did a lot.
Most of the cutscenes, like everything you see that's broken down, which stories goes into what, even down to when the characters appear, what kind of decks you play against, even down to things like when you go into the deck editor and you see a card that you like and you press related cards, linking all those cards together. I did all of that too.
Gosh.
So, yeah.
So what, when you guys decided to release the game on the Switch, I know the Switch is a portable console, so obviously that's a really big benefit. There's local multiplayer to this, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me a bit more about the multiplayer features? Because I feel like that's going to be a really big thing.
Sure. Like one of the big things we heard about, about the Switch when we found out it's a portable console as well as a household console. So we wanted to make sure you can have the old portable GBA games had local multiplayer. And not to mention we also have Battle Pack. So all those sealed and draft play can be played locally as well. So you could build your own deck, you could play Battle Pack, those are all local multiplayer.
So if I have a Nintendo Switch, and my friend has a Nintendo Switch, and we both have the game, we can just like meet up anywhere, because the Switch is portable, and just play a duel just like that?
Right, online or locally, using wireless
okay. So what type of online features are there? It's kind of the same like
so
things?
What you saw in the Xbox One PS4 version you were mentioning earlier, that's all included in this game as well. So you have ranked multiplayer, and since this time it's available worldwide, even in Japan, if you're ranked number one
you can actually be ranked against like players worldwide.
Right, you'll be number one in the world, not just in your territory.
Okay, and I also know that Link monsters are in this game, as well as the new Master Rules, which sort of change like extra deck zones and things like that. Was that a bit of a challenge to integrate into some of the existing? Because I figured it's 5Ds and like
we did everything, almost everything.
So all the theme duels are kind of reworked.
Yeah, just some of them very subtly. But when it came to things like trying to make Shooting Star Dragon much more difficult when you can only have one extra monster zone, so that's tweaked a lot.
So for duels like that, will you get to use the Link monsters to do it, or?
No, so since those characters didn't use Link monsters, we want you to feel like you're in the show.
Right.
So we didn't give them Link monsters, but we tweaked them to make them easier to summon. Combos come out a little bit easier in terms of things like Stardust Dragon. We had the opponent destroy your Stardust Dragon a little easier to move it from the extra monster to the main monster zone.
I think that's really clever.
A lot of little tweaks in there.
And so how far into the Vrains storyline and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 storyline does this game go?
So for Arc 5, from the Yu-Gi-Oh! To Arc 5 this time, the entire Arc 5 storyline is in there. For Vrains, we have the first 4 episodes represented. When we were making Link Evolution, we just had Link summonings added to the TCG game.
Right. Okay. So it was still new back then.
We were actually learning the rules of Link summoning as we were making the game.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that makes sense.
Yeah. And we even learned that it has a blue border, and we were like, you mean like ritual spells? Like no, it's a different card.
So it was actually a process for you guys when developing the game to learn about Link monsters, a lot like TCG players and stuff have also had to learn about them.
We only knew about it a little bit earlier than the actual public, and the TV show itself, we learned it at the same time as everybody else.
Oh, that's
so we watched the show.
You watched the show to learn the duels and the Link monsters.
Right. I watched the very first episode trying to write the tutorial for the game, and then they didn't Link summon in the first episode, so I had to wait another week for them to actually do a Link summon.
So you were watching new Vrains episodes a lot like we were every week. Wow, okay, that's
live,
cool.
And we didn't know what to put in next until we watched another show, then another show.
So moving forward then, could we expect to see maybe like more, like through DLC in the future, maybe more Vrains duels or something along those lines?
A lot of people have asked for more content, and That's great. You know,
Yeah.
as long as people want things, we'll probably.
I know the PS4 and Xbox One games did get expansions down the line.
That's true too.
Expanded the card pool.
Yeah, and that also came from the fans asking for more content. And then with that much demand, we said, okay, we'll go for it.
Do you think this time around that could happen?
Anything's possible.
So
We're not quite committed to say it at this moment.
But you would say
we're
it's in
listening.
the cards? Would you say it's in the cards? Perhaps, maybe?
It's always in the cards. And yeah, once again, we're always listening. The number one thing we were actually told was when the Switch came out was, when are you going to put a Yu-Gi-Oh game onto the Switch?
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been asking.
Yeah, and so we said, you're right. We've been on almost every Nintendo handheld, and so we got
I've
the
actually
Switch
played.
version.
I've actually played a lot of the different Yu-Gi-Oh games across the consoles. I remember we played like Yu-Gi-Oh Wheelie Breakers, like on the Nintendo Wii. Like even the the spin-off ones and stuff. Like we played them all. So this game releases in digital form and also physical form.
Yes.
On August 20th.
20th. Correct.
Is there a benefit to buying the digital versus like real world copy?
So the physical copy, not only do you get a physical copy, is you also get 3 exclusive cards for it. For the digital copy, it helps with the portability.
Yeah, the convenience
but,
of it.
It doesn't come with physical cards. So I would pre-order your copy of the physical copy if you get a chance.
I agree. I've actually looked into those cards, and they're actually kind of important for making like a sort of code talker Cybers deck. And that's actually really interesting. I like that return to including physical cards with the Yu-Gi-Oh games. It brings me back to like Dark Duel stories and some of the old Game Boy games and stuff. So a lot of those cards end up being really valuable. So it makes it really worth it. I
Yeah,
think.
and it's one of those interesting things looking at the past. They've always anticipated, there's a new Yu-Gi-Oh game, which also means new cards, which ones are going to be added into it.
And so this game, an interesting question I think a lot of people will have about this is Duel Links. It exists as a mobile game.
Yep.
Would you say that that's like sort of a competition to this game? Like should someone buy one or the other, or do you think that they can just both be, you know, their own standalone things?
I think they're different enough that they can enjoy both, and they also have their own meta.
Yeah.
So Yu-Gi-Oh fans have a lot to choose from.
Right.
And we were actually talking about which one is a better gateway into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Which one would you say?
Well, I mean, I'm biased.
Obviously, you know.
But
which one would you say? The game you developed.
But the cool thing about Legacy of Duelist is there's tutorials before each storyline. So if you really want to catch up to what the current cards are, definitely Legacy of Duelist will get you there.
Yeah, I like that there is context to this because I played through all the story duels, and the last one I played through even like some of the reverse duels. It was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to this game, and I guess we're gonna get to do a little bit of gameplay later on today, which I'll be showing in the video. So after playing the game for a while, what do you think of it? How do you feel about it? What are you most excited about?
They should have named it the Legacy of the Duelist Definitive Edition. Like, this is the way to play the game. My favorite feature has to be the portableness of it. Taking it out of my house, because I always felt it was a bit limited, especially since we have to travel to play Yu-Gi-Oh! We go to card shops, we go to tournaments. Now we can take it with us whenever we want. I just love it.
I'm gonna have to buy a Switch now. I like it. I still play the normal one. I think it's really, really fun. I'm really interested to see what new story modes, or I guess more story they can play. What other duels can you recreate in your own, even with Lake Monsters. I'm going back old school DM and dropping Firewall on everybody.
So August 20th. Are you excited for the release?
Oh, definitely.
Thank you so much for inviting us out and doing this interview. It was so nice to meet you. Alright guys, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution, releases August 20th. Pick it up. We're going to be buying it. We're going to be playing it. Maybe we'll even give some away. We'll see. But thank you again.
Thank you.
Alright, remember, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.